later here in this video, but for anyone who is just strictly interested in pricing, I will have a link in the description box below where you can purchase this exact same monitor on Amazon. It will have the current price as well as any applied discounts. But starting off, yes, this monitor will be replacing my beloved BenQ RL series monitor that I've had for over 6 years now. That monitor was and still is pretty much bulletproof, which is why I decided to purchase another BenQ monitor. But I still did my due diligence of research and comparisons. I considered a ViewSonic monitor, I looked at an Asus ROG, and I even looked at some of the Acer Predator monitors. And I have to say that it took me quite a bit of time and research because there were certain features and specifications that I was looking for in a 4K monitor, and I couldn't seem to find them all in one package. Most importantly, aside from being 4K and having some sort of HDR functionality, I wanted it to have a very low input lag for the types of games that I play. I also wanted it to have a 1 millisecond gray-to-gray response time and no greater. I wanted the most competitive performance that I could get without having to sacrifice too much image quality, and all of this for a fairly low price. It seems like a lot to ask for and even impossible to find, but after a few months of shopping and waiting and thinking, I finally decided to pull the trigger on the BenQ EL series monitor. So let's talk about some of the features of the BenQ EL2870U. This is a 4K TN panel with a size of 28 inches. Now, if you're looking for a bigger screen, there is also a 32-inch variant of this monitor, but the BenQ EL2870U advertises a 1 millisecond gray-to-gray response time, a 60 Hz refresh rate, an HDR mode, a color depth of 10-bit, and a low input lag of just under 10 milliseconds, according to DisplayLag.com's testing. Other important features include built-in speakers, 2 HDMI ports, and HDCP 2.2. So let's address the elephant in the room, and that is the TN display. The reason I once again chose a TN display over an IPS or even a VA panel is because a TN panel will offer a more competitive edge over an IPS or a VA panel when it comes to response time as well as input lag. And no, I do not think that this particular BenQ offers the best color accuracy or HDR support when compared to some of the other monitors, but for me, the number one priority was the performance. And guys, I have to be completely honest with you all. After playing on this monitor for only a few days and testing the different features, I can definitely say that this monitor has lived up to exactly what I had hoped and what I had expected it to be. The picture quality is actually very good, I think, especially for what it is and the price point. The colors and the details are great, but the performance is exceptional. A couple things that I have noticed right away are how little motion blur there is in comparison to other monitors that I've used in the past. So for instance, when you're making quick movements or turning on someone in game, the picture and the movement is very clear and smooth. And the input lag, in my opinion, is pretty much non-existent, even when HDR mode is enabled, which I was really surprised. I also like that you can enable the HDR mode with just the press of a button. It's really convenient and easy. There's no complex menus or anything that you have to go into to enable that. They also simplified the picture profiles with this monitor, and I've been using the game mode, and I think it feels very good for the first-person shooter games that I play. It's very smooth, and there's no input delay that I can notice, even when HDR mode is enabled, and even when using my Elgato game capture card, which is awesome. There are a couple things that I don't like though, and the first thing I gotta mention is the bottom bezel. It's a weird matte gray color. I would have preferred it just be like a matte black. Also, the brightness intelligence plus feature is just way too distracting. I will probably just leave this disabled permanently. And lastly, there is no height adjustment with this monitor, but I was able to fix this with a custom monitor stand from Inland. It cost me about 40 bucks at my local micro center, and the build quality is incredible. The monitor stand is actually probably the best purchase that I've made in a very long time, but if I can find it on Amazon, I will link it down in the description box as well. So yeah, all in all, I can say that I am definitely happy with my purchase. If I had to pick a second runner-up to this monitor, I would have probably done a ViewSonic, but the Asus ROG 4K monitors are just way too expensive in my opinion, and everything else that I've seen seems more geared towards PC gaming with the higher refresh rates. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, links to Amazon will be in the description box. They are Amazon influencer links, so if you decide to purchase using my link, it will give me a kickback at no additional charge to you. Also, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for post notifications. I will see you guys on the next video. Boys.